Part of that is a byproduct of how more buyers have more information at their fingertips, right? It used to be you go to the car dealer, they've got all the brochures with all of the information about the makes and models, and that's the only place you can get it. And now everything's changed because the internet has put all of that stuff online, and all of a sudden that customer that walked in totally clueless now walks in frequently. If any of you have bought a car recently, I would wager you probably knew more than that salesperson. That's just a wild guess of mine. So that's an analogy for almost anything, right? They know so much. But there are other reasons why. Sometimes the urgency's not there, right? Sometimes the messaging, your messaging, doesn't quite land with them, and that goes back to the value prop and some other things. Sometimes it's the wrong fit, or it's the right fit at the wrong time. And then, of course, there's pricing. So, this one's a common one, right? People are just going to say, oh, that's not in the budget right now. Rarely does that mean no. That just means you got to probe more for questions. So there are some sales process basics that I think are worth being mindful of here. Discovery is one that I think is often overlooked. Think of it this way. When you're face-to-face with a prospect, your job basically is to ask them questions until you're blue in the face. Any question that you can ask, which can illuminate something in the process that can make you more intelligent about how to solve their problem, how to be that vitamin or a painkiller, is a question that is worth asking. And it means if your airtime with that customer is precious, you might weigh which questions to ask, but you should always be asking. You only tell once they ask, right? Nurturing those leads, right? When they say, hey, I'm not ready, it's staying with them. It's continuing to probe. And then the closing techniques, I wish I could just cover this in 15 seconds. It's an art form. People make a career out of learning how to close business. But there are some tried and true methods.